Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is John, and I'm back from holiday now. Yay! I mean, I was back on Friday as well, but, I'm actually streaming tonight. We're playing some D&D, and I am joined by Jennifer.
Yo.
Jeff.
Hey.
Tanny.
Hello.
Michael.
I'm recovering from a hangover, but we're good.
And Sean.
No.
Stop.
No regrets.
And Bella's under the desk, and Calypso is getting belly rubs.
No, she's on her
Not
bed now.
anymore.
Yeah, she's on my bed now.
Never mind. None of the information I know is correct.
That's it. John is lying to us all. Why?
Look what I put in the chat of the Roll20.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think when John gets interacted by in the intro by other people or something else.
We're here to play some D&D. 2 weeks ago when we played D&D, you guys headed to Waterdeep to stock up on supplies and to catch up with old friends. Milo landed and spotted Romad and Arik, who were doing their weekly shop together in the marketplace just outside of the Godcatcher statue. They managed to point you in the direction of a healer who was visiting the town and staying in the Yawning Portal, as well as a number of places which you could pick up potions from. And so you decided as a group to split the tasks up, to go off wandering around in groups of 2 and see how things went. So Milo and Borrowed headed off to the Yawning Portal, where they met with Cena Brim, fox-owning mother of Pyrolis Brim, who managed to extract the Salix crystal from Borrowed's chest, thereby seemingly ending the possession by Borrowed of... by Salix of Borrowed. Get that in the right order, me. Upon leaving the Yawning Portal, Milo and Borrowed also bumped into Calderax and Creed, a pair of tieflings, who were talking about dealing with a cult of dragon worshippers, which will definitely not be showing up anytime in the next couple of months.
Nice and subtle there, John. Nice and subtle.
There's a dump truck going for a nitroglycerin plant.
Or maybe it will, I don't know. Who can say? Meanwhile, Steel and Sage headed off to find a blacksmith and found one Yaghole, who sharpened Sage's sword.
Sure.
Apparently his dentist specialist.
She shows by the seashore.
Shimmy yan, shimmy eh?
They then headed off potion shopping and went to Schemo Weird Bottle and Weird Bottle Concoctions, where they paid slightly overpriced for a selection of healing potions of both regular and greater quality. They also noticed a number of people acting suspiciously of Steel.
He's a big boy.
Meanwhile, Lunar and Esola wandered around the shopping districts of Waterdeep. They chatted about various elements of Briar's disappearance and Lunar's connection with Briar. They stopped in at the Spires of the Morning, where they spotted marble statues to the Tomb of Annihilation crew, along with Dragonbait and Tammy and Renala and every player character from that game. They then stopped in a shop that was selling... What was the name of it again? I can't remember. Checking my notes.
I can't remember, but I remember what they were selling.
They were selling a scented facial wash called Waterfall Kiss, which you both bought bottles of, costing 9 gold pieces. It proclaimed that it would cleanse the skin, remove tired skin, and leave it smelling pleasant.
Totally just acid.
No, it's not like I'm getting any kind of Buffalo Bill vibes from that.
It puts the waterfall kiss on the skin, or else it gets the hose again.
You then continue to wander into the City of the Dead, the graveyard stroke public garden, where people were having picnics and generally spending a nice summertime afternoon. You wandered through the winding pathway until one of the winding paths doubled back on itself, and you found yourselves obscured from most onlookers by trees and bushes and various shrubberies. Whereupon a man in black stepped out of the overgrowth and introduced himself
A bitch.
to you once again. It is initial rogue of the group Talon.
Gasp.
Who the fuck is that?
And so we now recommence the game with Esola, Talon, and Lunar having a conversation.
So,
I'm just going to redo the last bit. So Tanning comes out from behind them and says, "Hello, Luna. It's been a while."
Talon. I didn't expect to see you here.
That much is obvious. I could ask what you're doing here, but I think I have some idea. I saw you up at the Spies of the Morning.
I imagine you know what happened.
I heard about what happened.
We're going to get her back. I don't care how many of those stupid locked gods we have to face. I'll do anything.
She wasn't just your child, you know.
I know.
She would belong to all of us.
I know. But even more, we found her family, Tal.
Her family's still alive.
Yes.
That's something, at least. Luna,
What?
we may have a problem.
What?
I've been traveling around with a couple of other companions, and the death curse has gone. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
Some people taken by the death curse aren't coming back. It's something like 1 in 20 people.
You know,
Well,
roughly.
Roughly 1 in 20 people. I asked the priests. I heard about this, and I asked a couple of priests why this was, and they said that those people have found peace. They've gone to a better place, but I don't buy that. It's just one person said to me that is as if the soul had just gone completely, wasn't there.
the soul was gone.
As if it no longer existed.
That can't be possible.
That's what I heard on the rumor mill. Even if we find Briar's body, I'm not willing to take that 1 in 20 chance.
We would know. I would know. As soon as we find her, I'll know.
I hope you're right, but even so, I need that certainty. We found a library near Tribor. Apparently, it's a library that sank beneath the ground centuries ago, but there must be something there. There's ancient knowledge there. I was going to join my companions there, but then I heard about what happened here. I just came straight here, but there's got to be something there. There's got to be something there.
We're investigating something called the Chained One. We believe it may have already made contact with 2 of our companions in their dreams.
I found something as well that you might find useful.
What is it?
The explosion that took out the spies in the morning, it was caused by the cult of the Eternal Flame, but they were working with somebody else. Have you, or your companions, any of you heard of a cult called the Cult of the Undying Soul?
Yes, you have.
Sorry, I couldn't remember.
Oh, I was going to say.
We're following so many cults, I'm losing track. Yes, we've heard of them.
He had to go to bed. Sure.
The leader is called the Seeker of Balance, and he seems to have got this idea that to get eternal life, he wants to get eternal life using necromancy. I don't know what they want with Briar's body, but it can't be good.
That's
Luna, you need
ridiculous.
to get her back as soon as you can.
Even if they... Damn it.
You need to get back as soon as you can.
Do you have any idea where we can search? We've been so many different places.
So
This is where my notes run out, so voice in the sky.
my mother was in the city. Listening to
Sorry, what?
This is where the notes that John gave me just ran out. So if there is any, if I can
please
provide any
bear with
information,
me as I very quickly type some further notes of what you've found.
Luna, you need to get Briar back as quickly as possible. I'll work on making sure there's a soul to bring back as well.
We're doing what we can, I assure you. Heck, we passed up a fight with a giant chained half-angel demon thing. We already killed a giant dragon in the middle of a volcano.
Yeah, long and true. Nothing else.
Do you know if there's? I do remember something about the Secret Balance. He's one of their leaders. Has there been any? Do you know of any unusual drow activity?
Not that I know of. Esola?
Keen mind.
Trying to remember, were you in the room? When you all went back to Summit Hall to debrief about the volcano,
Esola would have gone straight to. I think.
Did you all go into the room with
Lady Usian? I believe so, because I got her to give me a sending stone.
You did, yes. Esola, you recall. Why am I just? I'll just tell you this. I was going to message you again, but then it's really like, why am I here?
Why are you here?
I don't really know at this point. Esola, you recall that drow were mentioned attacking a dwarven archaeology group.
Esola's going to speak up and say, yes, we heard of drow attacking a dwarven archaeology group. I remember thinking at the time that it seemed a bit funny.
Right.
I imagine Tanner would say, that may be your next best lead.
The drow?
The Seeker of Balance is a drow. It's too much coincidence.
Yes, I have to agree with it. Doesn't matter. I will freeze this continent before I let anyone use our child for their stupid necronomic.
I know, and like I said, I'll keep working on making sure there's a soul for the body to get back, for the soul to come back to the body.
She can't be safe because
We don't know what the death curse did, or what it might still be doing to people.
But remember, she died a second time.
And those people who die a second time, they're not all coming back. Would I have done any research on the death curse itself at this point, or anything specific, or is that literally all I can say about it?
That's probably the amount of research you've been able to do.
If I don't know if any, you said you were looking at statues of the people who took on the death curse. If you can find one of them, maybe they'd be able to tell more about what the death curse was. Death curse was.
The death curse.
The death curse.
What the death curse was.
We'll see what we can do.
There must be someone around. There must be some people around here who know more than me.
I'm sure there are.
Luna and Esola, you would both recall that you met this morning Romad Sourfang.
Esola nudges Luna and says, "Do you remember that half-orc we saw this morning who Milo was very eager to meet?
Yes, I do.
Maybe they can help us."
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to write more notes for what Romad remembers now, aren't I?
Sorry.
We're really making John work tonight, aren't we?
Work it.
Working.
Anyway, I have my own path to follow. I wish you well on your path, wherever it leads. Get our child back. Get my sister back.
No.
And with that, he will. I guess, unless anything else happens, he will fade into the shadows.
He accidentally throws a smoke pellet down. Everyone's just choking, but once it's dispersed, he's kind of crawling back out of the rocks into another one. He's
I'm sure I've seen that somewhere actually.
You just see his feet.
He throws a smoke pellet, but inadvertently trips over a vase that's nearby.
No, he's got so much perception. Talon's got so much perception that all you need to do is go, "What's over there?" and then just run off in the opposite direction.
He just hides behind unsuccessfully hides behind a tree and nobody sees him. Where is he?
He just shouts, "What's that over there?" You turn back and he's got glasses and a moustache on. And he's not Talon.
Man, black cloak on.
My name is Tisco di Romano Alfonso Vicenzi Benedito Milano III.
Anyway.
What?
With Talon disappearing back into the shadows, we'll cut back over to Milo and Borrowed.
Oh, no, that's fine.
We'll cut over to Milo, alone, on their own.
Hello.
You want to go magic item shopping, and Borrowed has also expressed an interest in this.
Yes. Where did Romad and Eric said where we're headed next time? Or they would stay around, or they followed me.
They would have probably told you that they were doing their weekly shop, and thereby most likely they would have headed home.
It would be a very big shop, because if I'm assuming Romad might either moved in with Eric or Eric moved in with Romad, or they've got their own place. It's different. It would have been worse.
I don't know where they're living. You tell me where they're living.
Well, it would have been worse if Romad and Eric would live with their pet family, because it would have been a major big fucking shop.
I mean, yeah.
No, I think they would have had their own.
Living with Eric, then.
Hell break loose, my dudes.
That's about 20 people to shop for.
I would say that they're living on the same kind of farm as Romad's family. Like, they had his own
Okay.
house. He basically had his own house before he left.
Danny, may I make a comment?
What do you want?
They're living on the edge.
Of the farmland.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, it's. I think they said. I think since they.
There's I read about an AC/DC reunion tour. I told John about it, and now I've got AC/DC stuck in my head.
I would say that they're kind of accommodations that it's somewhere between where Romad and Eric's original place are. So they have their own place, and that Milo already knows the place before because
Milo's got the address.
It's Eric's old. It's basically Eric's own house.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the parents have the mansion, but it's pretty empty because all 11 of siblings, except for the younger ones, are basically living there because they've got their own places.
So, are you going to their house
I would say
at the moment, or are you going to go keep looking around the shops?
I was going to say that Eric and Milo made an arrangement that he will they will do their shops and everything, get what they need, and that he explained to the rest of the group that they are more welcome to stay over Eric's place to rest up. And
so Eric's was sort of the communal, we'll meet back at this landmark when you're all done.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because I was wondering what your plan was for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much, so basically me and Milo and Borrowed will go do a bit of shopping, and they'll head back.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for your shopping.
Yeah, I don't see much of interest.
Okay. Let me quickly get Borrowed's eyes in on this as well.
Borrowed, what do your tiefling eyes see?
A fair amount, actually. You spend a couple of hours wandering around sort of nondescript shops. The sort of regular bookshops, gift shops. Waterdeep is kind of that big metropolis type place, so it's got a lot of people that come from far and wide, and so they've got like the little tchotchke type things of like, I went to Waterdeep and all I got was this lousy, not t-shirt, but
saddlebag
bauble thing. So it takes a couple of hours, but you do eventually find a shop by the name of the Fox's Vault, nestled in amongst the other shops. And it's got a nice sign at the front with a fox curled up over the word The Fox's Vault. And it's a 2-story stone-walled building.
Mm-hmm.
And as you head inside, there are tall, elven-wrought wooden shelves. And behind the counter, a grey-haired old halfling with an uneven beard just looks up at you both and... Hello?
Hello.
And he sort of looks you both up and down. You look like adventurers.
Yeah. You can say that.
Well, my name is Fraffin.
Nice to meet you. I'm Milo.
I used to be an adventurer.
Until the narrow.
Before I took an arrow in the knee.
Took an arrow in the knee.
I did not say that.
It's just this one magical item that is like a moose's head sticking out of the wall that just finishes sentences for people.
I'd love to have that.
I am just selling off. Well, retirement is long and difficult, and I have no need for some of my more eclectic items anymore.
Oh, what you got?
And you sort of look around and you can see a myriad of adventuring equipment, various weapons, armor, bags, all the sorts of things that you would pick up over the course of adventuring. He's kind of got a pile in the corner of old chests that are like various sizes of storage item. He's got various sizes and makes of armor that look like he's collected them over, this one was from a kobold, this one was from an orc. I've got a few odds and ends. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Do you have any books, like spell books, maybe?
I don't, unfortunately, have any spell books. No, you're a wizard, I assume.
Nods.
I could get in touch with Connor. He was my party's wizard. He might have some spell books, but unfortunately, I don't have any for sale here.
It's okay.
I do have some magic items, if you'd be
Yeah, I'll look at those.
interested in looking.
I'll have a look.
And he sort of comes out from behind the counter and brings like a bundle of keys with him and just sort of unlocks a couple of display cabinets, pulls the door open, and he pulls out a pair of boots and places them on the counter, and he pulls out a necklace with a delicate red gem, and he places it on the counter, and then he reaches...
Milo?
Yes?
Sorry, just for the record, real quick. Lunar would have asked Milo, knowing he was going magic item shopping, to keep an eye out for anything ice related.
Cool.
Thanks.
And then he reaches down behind the counter and sort of pulls out a small chest about just under a foot wide. By about maybe quite a small sort of handheld chest that you could carry around with you. It looks vaguely heavy from the way that he places it down on the counter.
Okay.
And then he pulls out another sort of rack with
Sorry.
bottles in it. And it's like a rack that can hold 6 bottles. He's got 5 bottles of a red fluid.
I'm assuming they're healing potions?
You do recognize these as potions of healing.
Okay, and there's 6 bottles of them.
There's 5 bottles of them.
5, okay.
But you can also see sort of behind him in a locked cabinet behind the counter, sort of in the center of the display behind Fraffin, is a slightly larger bottle with gold, with the same sort of red fluid, but with gold flakes sort of floating in it. That just looks like a better healing potion.
How much is he selling? Is it going to be like a bunch, or is it going to be per bottle each?
Well, if you ask, he says the healing potions, these 5 are 50 gold each. So if you want the full set, that would be 250.
Oh, yeah.
He points to the bottle behind him in the cabinet and says that is a potion of superior healing, and that is 2,000 gold.
Oh, I won't be able to afford that.
Holy shit.
He then explains, these are boots of the Winterland.
Oh.
They will aid you if you travel in the cold. They will bolster your ability to resist cold damage. And they will make it easier to travel on ice or snow. This, and he moves over to the necklace, is called the Periapt of Wound Closure.
No.
While you are attuned to this, any fatal wound, you will stabilize. You will no longer be bleeding out. It also aids you in regaining hit points from hit dice. These are an obscure thing that I'm explaining to you in terms of how the character would understand them. And then he points to the locked chest and explains that this was a item we found on our last adventure, and we have been unable to open. So I don't know what's in there.
I can try and use these tools and see if it works.
Is he honestly selling a loot box?
Can I try and unlock it?
You can unlock it if you buy it.
How much are you selling?
It's a new thing for you to say.
It's 800 gold. Our wizard, Connor, can detect that there is magic inside the box, but we're not sure what it is.
Ooh.
The boots are 300, the necklace is 400.
Okay, and the bottles that you're selling for 50 gold is
So yes, the
250.
250 for all 5.
Hang on a second, I need to make maths. So 250 for 5 bottles of healing potions plus 800 for the chest, yeah?
800 for the chest.
Darn it. Oh wait, no, actually, yeah, I can buy that actually. I got 1,060 gold. So I mean,
Borrowed's got 2,000 gold himself, so I'm sure he'll throw a bit in for some magic items, as he said that he wanted magic item shopping.
Okay, hang on a second. I want to do wait, 60 divided by 2. We'll spend 350 each. So he spent 530. I meant, sorry, I tell a lie. 530, and I take 530.
And that's the potions.
That's the whole
and the chest.
And the chest, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on, I gotta do my thingy.
And you said, sorry, 530.
Or we can settle 525, because I forgot that I was defining it by gold actually. 525. Where We'll do 525. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, 525. All right. 535.
Borrowed counts out stacks of gold.
I just do it with magic.
You both spend the rest of the afternoon counting out 1,000 gold coins.
I use prestidigitation just to actually get all sorted. I'm sure that works, right? Do I have prestidigitation? I don't have prestidigitation.
Well, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No.
But I just have prestidigitation. I thought I did. Oh, shite.
Borrowed might actually. Does Borrowed have
Prestidigitation?
Oh no, he has thaumaturgy. Oh no, he has both.
Yeah, I don't think warlocks can get prestidigitation.
Oh, he's got it from somewhere.
Probably from his other sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
He might have picked it up as sorcerer.
He's done sorcerer, yeah.
He has both thaumaturgy and prestidigitation, so he's really good at all those sort of little. Those are sound effects. So yeah, you count out the money, and Fraffin hands over the small locked chest and the potion bottles.
All right. I'm going to stand right there, and I'm going to actually attempt to unlock the chest.
Okay.
It's very thank you. We can just immediately sell it.
You get out your thieves' tools. You place them into the lock.
It's attributed by dexterity, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. 25?
That's
27. 27?
You start working on this lock, and this is a really complex lock. Like, you've been taught some locks and how to unpick them, and this is a really impressive lock, and eventually it clicks open. Nice. And then with the thieves' tools still in place, you realize there's still more locking this shut. Make me another check.
Okay. 26.
You continue working for another 5-10 minutes, and there's a second click, and there's still more locking mechanism. Roll me a third check.
Oh. Wait a second. Can I cast Identify real quick?
I mean, you can do.
I cast it.
Okay.
I'm saying this is a bit too much here. Let me try something. I spend a minute. What do I feel?
The chest itself is non-magical. It's a well-made chest. You realize that the lock and the chest itself have been crafted by gnomes. You get the sense that, I mean, it does say, if it was a magic, what does it do if it's not a magic item? It doesn't do anything. So yeah, you just realize that it's just a really complex lock.
22.
And
I just had to be very careful, just in case it's literally the actual spell of it is that it just keeps constantly being locked.
You spend another 5 minutes or so picking the lock, and the top of the chest just swings open.
Finally.
And as you pull the lock picks out, you realize that there was a mechanism in place that if you'd made the wrong move as you were unpicking the locks, something would have slammed onto your lockpicks and probably broken them. But Spending about 20 minutes or so working away on the front desk of the Fox's vault, the chest pops open, and there is a velvet lining. And then on the top of the velvet cushion is a badge in the shape of a maple leaf.
Canada.
With an embossed porcelain mug.
Congrats, you opened the box.
Don't get it.
Would you like to identify this?
Yes.
So it's just a mug.
If it's a never-ending mug, I would be freaking happy.
I just want it to be just a congratulatory present for opening the box. That's all I want.
Do you want me to roll the identify again?
Do you want to do it as a ritual or?
How long is a ritual?
Just this guy just going, for God's sake, will you please leave?
No,
it takes 11 minutes to cast it as a ritual.
Oh, it says casting time 1 minute as a ritual.
Yeah, cast it normally using a spell slot, it's 1 minute. But the ritual cast, it's 11.
Can I just use a spell slot?
Yeah.
I'll just use a spell slot. Which I have been doing anyway.
Okay. Milo can have this. Under your magic items now, Milo, you should see the badge of the Wayfarer in the journal section.
Oh my god.
Can only Sunny see it.
Only Tanny can see it at the moment. They can share what it does. I will point out, Milo, Tanny, whoever.
Yeah.
You don't know at the moment the command. You do know all that information about it, but you don't at the moment know the command phrase. You may now share what it does.
Go for it.
Okay.
Do you want me to write? Let me read it out, actually.
You read it. It's your item. You can share with them.
Alright, this badge is formed in the shape of a maple leaf with an embossed porcelain mug. While wearing the badge, you can recite its command phrase over the course of 1 minute to cast a plane shift spell using the badge when cast is in this way. When cast in this way, the spell's destination can only be the Wayfarer's respite on an astral plane, and in the pub of legend that drifts throughout the astral sea. The inn has no doors leading outside and can only be entered using the badge. Inside the Wayfarer's respite is large, comfortable, and
Decadent.
Decadent. Thank you.
It means fancy.
It's frequently busy, despite its exclusivity, but always seem to have enough room and beds available for the wayward band of adventurers. The inn is expensive and suitable for an aristocratic lifestyle, but it's known to be willing to barter or trade for treasure, information, and favors. Any creature that teleports to the inn is magically transported with their belongings back to their original location after 24 hours. You can use the badge to cast the plane shift again, in this way to return to your original location early. Once you return from the Wayfarer's respite, the badge cannot be used again until 7 days has passed.
That's very long. But so in short terms, it makes a portal.
It teleports into an inn.
It teleports into it, yeah. So
so plane.
Is it? Wait. Is it? Could you say it's a hearthstone?
You could say it's along the lines of a hearthstone, yes.
Wow. So we have our own inn.
No, it's quite expensive. So basically, I would say like
It's an inn that travels, an inn that's in the astral sea.
yes.
So it's an established place. So we don't own it. It's just that
you've got a way to it. So basically, Tanny, you would know this as well. The plane shift spell allows you and up to 8 willing creatures to link hands and be transported somewhere. So basically, you and 8 others can use the badge to go to the Wayfarer's Respite.
I just need to figure out the commands to do so.
When you can find out the command.
just like research. Days go by. I don't fucking know. Boop, you go.
You just say one random word and you just disappear.
It's like, yeah, it's going to be some random word and you're going to just teleport. So, fuck, what did I say?
So basically, I would know this, like basically identify, actually know the history of this, or something like that.
You know, with the identify spell, you know what it does, which is that you just don't know how to activate it.
You're just going to keep, Milo's just going to say random words now whilst in that shop.
Bear with me a moment. Let me get the bit of the notes that I didn't put on that so that...
Untangle, Shimmy Sham, Broken Bluff.
Jimmy Jammy.
Have a jam.
Have a drink.
Core, I'm thirsty.
God, we're going to die. Get us out of here.
You do know, Milo, that there is a more powerful spell than Identify that does a similar... that has a similar function to Identify that you could use to find the command phrase.
Ooh.
And I will leave that mystery up to you to work out what that spell is.
Well, I will put it away. I'll put it in my pocket and all that, and I say thank you to the guy.
He asks if you would like to keep the chest.
Yeah, it's pretty good mechanic anyway. So
okay. He just has a pile.
Is it very usable? Is it still useful? The locks.
Yeah, you picked them. You didn't break them, so.
Good. Oh, well, I'll take the box.
It's not going to be incredibly easy to lock it again. Well, actually, it's not going to be incredibly easy to open it again once you lock it, but...
I would probably say that would be the best way, just in case if there's something valuable that we decided to don't want to use ever again. It's very dangerous. We'll just put it in there, lock it up, and basically throw it somewhere that's going to be, like, unable to reach.
Fair.
You mean a ring that turns people into stone that people are magically convinced to wear?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that happened to that ring. That ring's somewhere out there, guys.
It's been destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Aerolith and Chupa destroyed it, and then they went off on their own adventures together for a while.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So we're good.
So, yeah, you're good from that.
I keep thinking Mordor.
Sort of. You went to a volcano on the Feywild, so...
Right. I'll just follow Bar to see what he wants.
Okay.
And then head back.
I will message Kiri at some point to find out if he would have bought any of the other magical items. Meanwhile... Sage and Steel.
Hello.
Yeah.
You are...
Hopping. Yeah.
You are
going into a very
hopping.
sticky area.
You are still shopping for potions, I believe, yes?
No, we've found some, but...
You found some.
Yeah,
What
I think we've
are
done
you
what we
guys
needed.
doing?
We were seeing Yaghole.
Saw Yaghole.
Yeah, we saw Yaghole. We've done our potion shopping. I got a nice cloak. I think that's it. Is there nothing else that we needed to do?
Yeah, it was primarily just potion shopping. That's it, really. So,
Shopping, yeah.
I mean, also got some iron from Yaghole, so I've got some parts for forging and shat.
Okay.
So I'm good.
So are you starting to head back to the group's defined meetup point of Arik's farmhouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was easy.
That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As you pass through an area in the trade ward near Schemo Weird Bottle and the Weird Bottle concoctions.
Yes.
Steel.
Yes.
A small 10-year-old girl
Bash you with a blade.
steps in front of you and holds out a wooden sword.
Look, loom down.
And
Steel engages combat protocol.
she looks up at you, nerves in her face, but she doesn't say anything. She is nervous. And then from behind her, a portly boy with a cloak, holding a stuffed owlbear in one hand and a wand, steps out and points the toy wand at Sage.
Do you mind not pointing that thing at me?
And then a voice of another 9-year-old springs up behind you. I'm going to bring you guys onto the map for this.
This sounds adorable.
Make sure that yep, there we go. Another 9-year-old behind you announces, "You're under arrest."
That's
Turns to him.
That's very cute.
There is a 9-year-old tiefling with an eye patch stood behind you.
You want to fight?
Oh, I know who these people are, and it's cute.
And Sage just gets out his sword, but not obviously. He just wants to scare them. I'm going to do intimidation, please.
Okay.
You're gonna intimidate 9-year-olds? You're an asshole.
He's an asshole.
That's the point, actually.
The small tiefling is holding sort of a wooden dagger.
20. Yeah, there you go. 21. That's directed at the tiefling.
Okay.
You didn't just scare him. You traumatized him. God damn.
As my body just envelops in like crystals. We have no time for you.
You know magic? That's so cool. I wasn't. We weren't really talking to you though. It's him.
Oh.
Yeah, you can fucking do one, mate. We don't care about you.
Ow. Ow. That really hurt.
But the magic is really cool. I like that.
I just put my sword and then just. Is there like a box I can just sit on? You're on your own. You're on your own still.
You're on your own. Fuck this.
I'm just gonna what? I just puts his sword in, sheaths it, and just watches, just hunched over.
The slightly portly boy lowers the wand.
He's all set.
And just can you teach me magic, Mr. Magic Man? I mean, I'm a wizard, so you can show me spells, right?
I guess one won't hurt.
You can show
What
me
do you
how
think?
to do spells, right? Yes?
Yes.
I want to learn spells.
Yes, I heard you the first time. I'm sure he can teach you spells as well.
I don't know if I want to learn spells from an evil man.
And why do you think I'm evil?
He points at the girl. She told us that someone that looks like you has been killing people, and that it's our duty as brave adventurers of Waterdeep to protect people. And he doesn't look too sure.
I love these kids. Sorry,
He doesn't
I
look
love
too
these kids.
sure about the fact that they are brave adventurers, or
I
that
think we
it's
should
their duty.
We should just forget our campaign and just have a campaign with these guys.
Yeah,
Wooden swords.
100%. Let's abandon this campaign.
Screw you, John. Yeah, we don't want to see the chain one. We just want to mess about in Waterdeep.
Okay, so
Guess
he has said that she has said that someone like me is murdering people.
Yes.
Okay, I approach this tiny child.
Should I teach him Eldritch Blast?
She just keeps pointing the sword at you as you get closer. She doesn't back away. You can see that she is nervous as you approach.
And I kneel down.
The
What have you
sword
seen?
keeps pointing at your chest.
Yep. I'm perfectly fine with this. What have you seen? Or what do you know?
The portly boy steps forward and places a hand on her shoulder, and he starts making gestures with his hands. And the girl looks over and starts making the gestures back again. She says a metal man has been killing people in the north of the city, and it looks like you. She's scared because she can't see you talk. She can't hear.
Oh, it's a problem with my design.
Is your friend hard of hearing?
Head Harry.
Hard of hearing.
The tiefling says,
We talking good tonight.
yeah, Nat can't hear things. But she is our leader, because she is brave.
I can see that.
I may have a few. I might be able to sign my paladin training taught us how to communicate with creatures and humans that didn't know how to speak. Do you mind if I take over still?
Roll me a intelligence check as you watch the sign language between the two of them.
Intelligence. There we go. 12.
You notice that they aren't using any standard
I'll just know the basics.
signs that you know. You can still say basic phrases, but it looks like they have adapted their sign language for themselves.
Can I say that my name is Sage? to the girl.
Yes.
Okay, so I go, my name is Sage. And for those that don't know, I'm actually doing it right now. I used to learn the basic hand when I used to do dementia work.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
I was about to call you out for showing off, but that's actually really nice, so I won't.
Yeah, just the basics. Just basic stuff. I had a lady that was Mutton Jeff.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
So yeah, and hopefully that she understood that. But what spell can I teach him? Can I just show him Eldritch Blast to the face?
I mean, you can show him Eldritch Blast and not hit him with it.
It's like the kids in Skyrim. You just want to. Oh no! I'm just trying to think of something that I could, Oh, no. What's a really good one I could use? I'll probably do Misty Step.
Okay.
Just behind him. You want to see a magic trick? I can make myself disappear. Like that.
He watches as you just disappear around him in smoke, and he just spins round and nearly trips over himself in the excitement to keep track of where you're going, and the
all your spell slots gone.
Shit!
the owlbear sort of flies out at his side, his cloak's whipping round as you teleport around.